going on, everybody? It's Monkey Farm. We're back with another episode of Ark Survival Evolved here on the Pooping Evolved server. We are over at my giant skull base, of course, and we have a super fun episode today. Something I am really excited about because it's something I've been preparing for quite a bit. We're going to paint the skull today. We're going to make a spray painter. We're going to paint it. And if you remember, when I first built this, it was made of thatch, and that's a lot lighter than the stone. And it actually looked a lot better as thatch. Obviously, I couldn't keep it as thatch because it would probably fall down at some point. Some animal would run into it and, you know, break something, and the whole thing would collapse. Even with stone, I had a problem where the right and left side collapsed. If you remember, I told you guys about that, and that actually shows up over here. I had a problem lining up some of the panels, like they don't match, and I had to kind of like fake my way through it. I'll show you that from the inside, but as you can see, I wanted to give you a little fly around tour because I've gotten quite a bit of work done on the outside on the lower level, and actually like the inside, you know, closing it off and everything. We have the giant wall, and I've got this little balcony out here, and the funny thing, I kind of had to build that. I'll show you what happened. Part of the issue with my blocks not matching up, I've almost gotten that done on the other side. By the way, check out Fonz's mohawk. You may have noticed they've done a lot of updates to like the textures of the birds, or to all the animals, and they have like real feathers now. The RGs have feathers. They look all fluffy. They look like they got stuck in a clothes dryer or something. Really funny looking. But anyway, a lot of the new animals have textures like that. So check out, we've got our new little balcony up here. We're going to put some doors on this, of course. But I kind of had to do this. Let's see if you can see it. See up there? There's like a missing slab, or like a piece of a panel there. I couldn't actually place anything there because the one on the top is at a different elevation than the part of the skull that broke off. Like, I had to rebuild it starting with new platforms on the ground, and they don't match up. But yeah, we built our little workshop, and I still have a lot of stuff to put in here. I think I'm going to put like a bookshelf and maybe, you know, a chest, I don't know, or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to do here. But I've gotten a lot of stuff ready in the fabricator because we are going to make our spray painter. And look, I got a chair. Where should I put the chair? We need a cool seating place. Alright, so why don't we get started on that? Let's see. I haven't used this thing yet, so it's going to be super cool. I'm excited about this. I already have everything I need here. I have metal ingots, polymer, crystal, cementing paste, oil, and hide. By the way, I'm probably going to take you over there, I don't know, maybe next episode we'll go over there. To the winter biome, we have a new animal. We have new penguins. They're called Kairuku or something like that. But they're penguins, and they actually drop this organic polymer, which is like regular polymer, but it works in the stuff that we need polymer for. And as a spray painter needs 35 polymer, we can use 35 of the organic polymer from the penguins. So we kill a bunch of penguins, and we save a lot of cementing paste and obsidian that we don't have to use. So that's super awesome. Let's turn this thing on, and let's make up our spray painter. Now, I've made a ton of paint, actually, over at my old base. Do we have anything else to build right now while I used up? Should we do a grill too? I know I brought enough for a grill. Let's make an industrial grill. Yeah. Awesome. We'll just leave that there. But now that we got both those made, at least, I didn't want to waste another gas can just for that. So let's see. What does this paint? Let's see. Apply coloring, then Alt Fire Hot. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. So I need to go back and grab. I made a bunch of white paint for the skull, and I need to figure out how to use this thing. And yeah, we're gonna try to paint the skull and make it look super awesome. Alright, we're back, and I am so excited to use this spray can on this thing. These spray cans are really cool because they use a lot less paint than the paintbrushes, and you can pre-program them to paint certain parts of a panel. Like, if I only wanted to paint the metal bars in this door and spray it, I could program that really easily and just spray it, and then all of a sudden all the bars would be painted and all this other stuff would not be painted. So it's really cool, really customizable, and they never break, actually. You just run out of ink eventually. Let's see, so I've dragged the white paint in there already. Now the way you program it is, see these color regions, color region 1, 2, 5, let's see. Color region 1, I assume, would be the front of the panel, although it doesn't look like it changes it a whole lot. But anyway, yeah, the color region 1 is the front of the panel. So I would want to program the paint can, or the paint sprayer, to only paint region 1. Now, if you look on the left of the screen there, region 1 is already enabled. So if I just spray this here, is that it? Is that all we get for white? Oh wow, this is not going to be good. I'm going to have to use a different. Maybe the grout is a different kind of color. Let's see. So we had region 1 was the panel right here. Region 2. I don't know. The back, the wood. Let's see what. Okay. So region 2 is the wood on the back side, and region 5 must be the back. So painting this thing white might not actually work because, look, it's not very white at all. You can hardly tell a difference between that and this unpainted block. So that's gonna change painting my whole skull white, isn't it? Well, let's just try a brown one real quick, just to see the difference. So region 1 is enabled. Okay, so that is a lot different. So we've got brown. Oh, this doesn't look very good in the fog. It's hard to tell. What I'm trying to do is get a solid color where all the grout and the little cobblestones and stuff are not as visible. So why don't I do this? Why don't I paint, whoops, why don't I paint this tooth over here, this brown color, paint this other one the white color. Okay, I can barely see it change color, but it does paint, or it does change. Let's see. And in the fog, I guarantee I'm not going to be able to see any difference for either of them. So why don't I wait till the fog lifts a little bit, and we'll be back. Alright, so the fog's lifting a little bit, and I mean, you can definitely tell that the left is painted darker, but it's hard to tell that the right tooth is painted whiter than, say, the blocks in the background. I'm calling them blocks, but the panels in the background. I wonder if there's a different color that paints better than white. Like if I did a light gray dye, if that would work a lot better. You know what? I'm going to go back and make a few other colors. Right now I only brought white, black, and brown with me. I was planning on painting the inside of the eyes and the nose a darker color, you know, like black or brown, so that it would be dark inside the eyes and everything. But I definitely wanted the skull part to be a very light color, you know, like a bone color. Alright, we're back, and I have two more test colors to try out here. Yeah, check out the white. The sun is out, and, well, you can't really tell with the shadow, but the white really doesn't paint it very white. That's kind of disappointing. I was so excited to try this out. Alright, so first let's try the silver. I'm going to put a silver paint color on the spray can here, and ooh, I think that's, well, it's just about how the white is. It's a little bit whiter, but it's not extremely white. and it's really not any different than it not being painted at all. So that's another disappointing one. So let's try another color. It's called Parchment, which will be a little bit of yellowish color. It'll be kind of, I'm not sure. Let's see, let's paint the whole tooth. Give it a fair shot. Because, you know, bones do have a little bit of that yellow color. You know, like a, it's not fully white, and it's not, you know, gray. It's a little bit yellow, you know? I'm trying to think, do we have a gray color? We have a slate color. All right, I got a few more colors for us to try out since the last ones didn't work. So I have this olive color, which is kind of yellow also, but it's more like a army greenish kind of color. That looks a little bit, it kind of just looks like a light army, like camouflage, greenish gray color. It's definitely a lot darker than the white, but it's still a shade of yellow, but it's not bad. So I'm gonna keep that in the running. So that whole tooth is painted olive, I believe, right? I believe I got all three of those. Let's see, what else do we have? We have white, of course, which we tried. We have sky color, which is kind of white, but it has a little shade of blue on it. So let's try that. Ooh, that kind of does look white. The weather's getting bad, though, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to see. So I may have to wait. But it's definitely more noticeable. The blue brings out the white color a little bit better. If you compare the blue, you know what I could do? I could paint this whole thing the sky color, or like paint the skull part the sky color and paint everything else that darker slate color that we tried the first time to make it darker, and the contrast would be quite a bit. Let's see, do I still have a slate on me? No, I don't. We do have one more color to try out, which is a darker color, which I've been trying to stay away from. I don't want to really do a darker color. But let's see if I can get a view here, and it's hard to see with this big horn in my face. Let's try to look at the skull without the bird flapping in the way. So I don't really care for the olive because it's a little yellow and it still doesn't really color the blocks. I do like the sky color the best so far. So if I did the skull part in sky color and I painted everything else a little bit darker, the contrast would be pretty good, I think, and I think it would work. Okay, so let's try the brick color instead of the olive on the left now, and that will be our final color that we're going to potentially use here. So this is going to be dark, and I hope it's not really bright red. It's really dark though, so it's kind of hard to tell if it's going to be any good. I'm going to spray paint you, Torpedo. Torpedo. Alright, so that's kind of a dirty, muddy color. I wonder if I can get rid of the weather by changing the gamma a little bit. So it's not too bad, the brick color. Alright, we're back. We finally got everything made up. We have our... Oh wait, that's slate. Oops, I just wasted a paint. Alright, so we've got our sky coloring here, and we are going to be able to do a whole lot of painting here with our Quetzal, because we're going to stand up and paint everything. Alright, get rid of that brick color. Didn't look very good. Yeah, I guess this is the best we're going to get. The lightest color we can find, but the blue, it stands out. You know, it makes it look okay, I think. So what we have to do is figure out which panels we want to paint and which ones we don't. All right, so now we are into the we have to fly zone. So I'm just going to do a little flying here, and I'm not going to make you watch all this because it's going to be very tedious to... Alright, do a little air brake action. Spray paint that, spray paint that. Ah, look out, fawns. Don't want to spray paint your face. Alright. Doing pretty good. Haven't fallen off yet, so everything's good. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this, and I will be back once I get the, you know, the whole face painted. Alright, let's take a look at this. Hopefully the bird won't get in the way. So as I mentioned, I may change the skull bone part back to a white or a silver color. I think with all this dark stuff around the sides, it might actually look okay. Even though, you know, it's very difficult to kind of see the difference. You know, and different times in the day, you can hardly tell the difference either. Like right after the sun's coming up and all the sun rays are shining in your face, you really can't tell that it's kind of like a blue color. All right, let's get down here and enable all these. There we go. Looks pretty good. All right, and so now we probably won't be able to see these pillars. They should be mixed in. Well, I gotta paint the top, but yes, it definitely looks better painted the same color as the background. So I'm gonna paint all the stuff in these pillars real quick. All right, we're back, and now we're talking. I found a new color, and I don't know how I missed it the first time, but it is called tan coloring, and that looks a lot better than what was the one that was close? The yellowish. There was a silver, and there was that other one that was kind of yellowish. But look at that. It's the bad time of the day where you can't really see the colors very well because of the sunlight. But it looks a little... Well, it looks tan, basically. So it has, you know, it has a tinge of brownish yellow. But basically, it's a white color with a brownish yellow, you know, tint to it. Which is what tan is. So... I think I'm going to do the blue over. I'm going to repaint all this blue stuff, and it's going to, you know, it'll take a while, but it's doesn't take that long, so it'll be okay. And yeah, I think that's going to be a lot better. I think it's going to be a lot better. All right. Well, I still have a couple random blocks to clean up a little bit, but overall, I think this thing is looking pretty good. Let's turn the fawns a little bit so we can get a full picture of this. Looks pretty good to me. So yeah, it took a little trial and error with the colors. Let me show you the side real quick, so you can see the three different colors that we've been using here. The middle is the unpainted block. On the left, you can see, well, it's bad with the sunlight, but you can see the yellow tan color. And then the right is the slate color, which I guess I accidentally painted region 1 when I should have been painting only region 5. I was painting region 1 and 5. But the tan, I think overall the tan looks good. We might want to call this the black and tan house because we used black and tan. And black and tans taste good. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that is it for now. Like I said, I have some cleanup to do on some of the blocks. But overall, I think it's looking pretty good. So let me know what you guys think. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more videos. And thumb up the video if you enjoyed it. That would greatly help me. And we'll see you all next time.